Itong News TV Live nagbibigay ng talumpati si Pangulong Duterte sa inaugurasyon ng PTV Cordillera Hub sa Baguio City. Panoorin po natin ito.
PTV4, fellow workers in government, my beloved countrymen. I have a usual speech in about, let me see, aside from Uprising Republic, 1.5 minutes and we go home. So you would not realize the importance of my visit. Ang gusto kong mangyari, yung pag-scroll ng Pilipino at madaan sa PTV4, titignan niya yung program. That if there's really one that is for public service and the truth, and it's interesting, he will stop there. At saka manood siya, makinig. Yan ang gusto ko. Kaysa pagdaan dyan, magsabi, wag yan kasi sa gobyerno yan, wala yan. Tapos daanan ka lang. So it's, in short, it's almost an ignored TV station. Sabihin ko na sa inyo ngayon, ayaw ko na itong basahin, but salamat po sa sinong gumawa nito. Maganda man. Yang makinabang ang tao kasi pera nila ito. So, yung taga-gobyerno should not be lulled into a belief na meron tayo. Parang atin, there's an armory there, there's a cannon which you can use to lambast your political, political enemies or a propaganda to hide the truth or to cover something. That is yung the list of what we expected of this. Kung gusto mo, pumunta ka doon sa private networks, then if you want something, if it is to their liking, and you want to personalize the whole thing, doon ka. Or you pag-come PTV4, but always it is, ang rule kasi dito is the chance to be heard. So I would urge all, kayong mga kababayan ko, there's no need for you to demonstrate and snarl traffic along the way because I urge you to come here, explain to the management, and you have a valid grievance or reason. I would tell you, give them the time. Yung mga komunista, kung nandito kayo, magbaba lang kayo dito. Hindi naman talaga siguro sabi ko, forget about hate so that we can come down and talk. Kasi kung yung ang galit mo itanim mo and you look at the enemy at ang enemy mo ay kababayan mo lang rin, yan nga mahirap sabi ko, we've been slaughtering each other for 50 years. And we are gunning for another 50 years. Of what? Slaughter for another 50 years. Malaligayahan kayo niyan. Would it make you happy? Could you hope to bring down government within the next 150 years? Because pag hindi, another 50 years. Is that what is really in our mind? Is that what we want? Magpatayan tayo, including the Moro of Mindanao. Yung mainstream, am I a man? And if you think that you have to communicate to the whole of the Philippines for what you are aspiring for, your nationalism, we understand that. That you have been deprived of your lands, we understand that. That there has been a historical injustice, we understand that. That the fact that you were there when Magellan was sailing just about the first day of his voyage here, alam namin yan. So you can explain it. I would gladly ask management to use their discretion, their utmost. And publicly, I will say now, I am ready to grant all government communication facilities the degree of freedom. Bitawan namin kayo and act just like a private and your tin plate is really BBC. Yun lang. I would even urge you to draft the law that you want. Maybe you can, kasi itong Pilipino, copying lang naman. So you go to Britain and copy. But not very good at copying. But anyway, if you can improve, kasi ganito yan eh. Baka, tubig. Lumalamig ko kasi. This is not the weather that I when somebody embrace me from the behind, well, I'm preferably a woman. Bang marinig namin dyan, ano naman yan. You know, in this, what is sad in this world is you cannot be funny anymore when you're in front of the public. I'm not taking life as a joke, but at least we should have a degree of ano yan, kasi uptight tayong lahat eh. Lalo na presidente. Wala lang, sabi ko nga, treat me as mayor. You know, I never really graduated. I'm sad to say that. I'm sorry. From being a mayor to a president, sabi nga nila itong presidente natin, hindi naman statesman. If you're gunning to be a hero, statesman, tapos may monumento ka dyan, pag nawala ka na, wala akong ambisyon na, do not do it to me. Just burn me and bury me within 24 hours. No necrological services, no nothing. No prayers. I've done all of that during my lifetime. Unahin ko na lang kasi lumalamig ang panahon. So can I just talk arms akimbo just to keep the warm? Ayan ang mahirap ka, ano ka ng girth, ano ka na naman, masabit ka. Totoo yan. So, it's better to look at the camera directly and ignore the beautiful people here. Where was I? I'm ready to really, to grant you to devolve to you. Walang makialam. And because, I'm back to the thought now. Alam mo, pera ng tao to. So gusto nang makita na tao yung what's happening in this planet. So they want to hear their countrymen, mga NPA, will give you deep space. Ang ating mga Cordillera guys, go ahead, come down. No need really to fight. Hindi na kayo kasi kung mag-demonstration kayo, wala naman magkita. You'll just invite how would you call it? Hindi naman, but it will not be a respite of what of the Filipinos is complaining every day, traffic and everything. Use it. It's the people's money, and the people would gladly hear you. And what I can assure you during my time is this: there will never be a time that I will use PTB4 or its allied services there for my personal. Di ko na kailangan. Just tell me, tell the people about me the truth. Alam mo bakit? I'm not first on the, lamat ha? Believe talaga ako, ma'am. Ito na lang. Ako na. Better. No personal use of, I won't allow it to anybody. Maybe if you want to issue a statement in connection with what you do, especially if you're about to be criticized or being criticized or having been criticized and you want to answer, I said, fair chance. The right to be heard. Remember that. So when you begin to crucify somebody, whether in government or in some other areas of or civilization, be sure to give him, the other guy, the right to be heard. Period. Yun lang. And everybody's allowed to use it. Para paintindihan talaga ng itong mga komunista, sinasabi ko sa inyo, yung audience ninyo noon, hindi na yun ngayon. Wala, hindi nakakaintindi yung when we, where I was there during season's time, I was listening to him. I was a favorite apostle of si David Lapos. And you can ask him, pero noon lang yun, I was listening to Lava, Brothers, and Tulansang, na mukhang hindi na. Para magwapo daw ako. Salamat, Mama. Ano na lang, let's go to the democratic market directly. That ng aking ayaw ng gobyerno, rather than really fight. The MI, you're about to complete the Bangsamoro transition draft. I will study it before we submit it to Congress and pray that it would sail in still waters. Maybe the Senate would have a more or less vigorous opposition. That's expected. This is a democracy. The MN, nor can, he has many gripes against government and the Republic. I understand that you can use this to explain to the people so that we have a balanced reporting and a fair share of what's going on the other fronts. We're fighting with the communists, MN. We are now talking minus the mga komunista, and I hope you are not gleefully laughing because of you got about 4. I condemn the thing that you did in Bansalan, Davao del Sur, the ruse that you used. Maybe you barangay captain ang tumawag sa police, reporting of a murder, and that is why what was first dispatched was not really combat troops, but were the forensics. And one of them was a Moro lady, si Mangatora, yeah, forgot her name. Sorry, do not be offended. I have a short memory now. Manggota, yeah. Na isa sa mga forensics. Sumabog yung muka. And you know, the technology advances. Minutes after, it was already, the whole thing was being streamed at the nation. So ngayong panahon na ito, hindi ko makatago. So what's the use of, there's the media, it's a free-willing democracy, and our government communications must be a player in this crucial battle for truth. Importante yan eh. I urge everybody to, kaya kung kami dito, I will never allow a voice to be imposed on the people, all truth. And para ang tao makadevelop kami sila ng market, kaya nga hindi ka ma-ignore. Come out of the best programs. Maybe you can ask the advice of the elders sa Cordillera. Mayo Dumugan can really be one of them. Yung aspiration, pareho rin dito sa Mindanao. Mindanao kasi 70, sabi nila 100. I do not believe that. When I was in Malaysia, I made the rounds sa archives, and tingin ko it's about 70. So 70 years before Magellan, Islam was already thriving in Mindanao. So they fought, the Moro fought the Spaniards. They could not be overcome. May poste sila, and that post is really Islam. Then the Americans came. They did well dito. Magellan brought in Christianity. But they failed. Americans plus ngayon. So they would look us up as me as the extension of the imperial setup of having a unitary type. Now, let me just also add something which is really of vital, crucial importance to you and to your family. Alam mo, itong setup na ito is really imperialistic. The throne is in Manila, and every election noon, sila-sila lang yan dyan namimili. A few politicians who have been there in power for so many years, itong mga mayaman, and I do not have to mention names, kasi alam na kung sino ito. Itong mga oligarchs, yan sila. Kung sino ang masunod na presidente, kasi may sarili silang partido eh. In politics in the Philippines, ang partido mo is a property of either a billionaire or somebody whose family is that entrenched. Sila lang yan. At kang magmili na ng lineup, tawagin yung mga billionaires, itong mga taipans, o ito yung kandidato natin. That's always been the case. Huwag na tayong magbulahan. Ganun talaga. At dito, kung sino lang ang liberal downstream, ratsada na yung lahat ng, no offense intended to anybody, ratsada na yan, mayor, municipal mayor, barangay captain. Pag nabigyan nyo ng governor, mayor, diretso na yan. Bigay-bigay. That's how. Kaya nga, it has worked for so many years, but it has failed for so many years. I don't know what period of time would be successful, but during the Spaniards were a lot of massacres and killing. Noon, pag hindi, magtanong ka ng pare, pag hindi ka nagsimba noon, 20 lashes. Pag hindi ka nagdala ng manok o itlog doon sa pare na yun, 20 lashes. Totoo yan, Guardia Civil, maghuli yun. Magsimba ka. That's how Christianity became a religion in our country. You look into the archives of other countries. At nakita mo yung Amerika, it was their fault. Tinago nila yung mga picture of massacres, nakapatong-patong yung mga tapos nakaganon ng baril yung sundalo nila. Tinago nila, somebody got it. It's being shown all over Mindanao. With more reason, it's nurturing the fervor of the Moro to commit suicide. Ang problema nito, we have to support the mainstream because the ISIS has already arrived. Ngayon, ang takot ko nung bago pa ako a few months ago, na itong mga extremists would find a leader. Pag may leader na, dyan ka na. So ang contamination mabilis na because there is somebody klaro na respetado. Dumating na, so sabi ko, except the terrorists, the extremists, hindi sila magagamit dito. Away tayo. Pero yung sabi ko, because you would know they are legitimate fronts because we have been talking to them. Now, itong komunista na ito, hindi nagkalabuan lang doon, sila lang naman, Belio, si Duresa, pinagpapatay yung sundalo ko, pati pulis ko, kalukuhan na to. Fight na naman tayo, so you massacred almost, kasi yung Soko, yan siya. Sino yan siya? Sunod-sunod ko yan siya. Yung mga taga-Soko, ang yung pinatay ninyo. Wala man tiga-imbestiga lang yan because you reported the murder. And so that's why what was deployed at once was yung Soko. Yun. What? Would it contribute to the cause of the revolution of the Filipinos? Tingin mo kaya, can you get converts from the high schools and colleges with all of these police officers whose faces are blown up? You think makakonvert kayo? No reason. Kaya sabi ko, that incident, I was not ready to condemn you, mga komunista. Matter of fact, I'm sad. I'm very sad na tumanda na kayo dyan. Kayong nasa army, yung NPA, yung mga pamilya ninyo, paanak-anak kayo tapos inabandono na ninyo. Lumaki na lang yan na walang tatay, walang nanay, wala namang nangyayari. It's a quest for the impossible. Totoo lang. Kaya ako naawa sa inyo. So, you're there. You get the mileage sa media. Storya, pagkatapos, you get into trouble by just unnecessarily killing people. So what do you get? You think you can convert these people na yung mga bata nakapanood na pag-streamline sin, ano yan ma, ano yan pa? Sumabog yung mukha sa NP. Naka-imprinta na yan eh. That's what we have. You know what? Yung hukbalhap noon when we were young, ganun ang istorya. Takot kami sa hukbalhap. It was not only after a realization of, but malaki na. When I was already studying that, I learned to know the meaning of the left and the right, and of course, the importance of the Philippines in this country. 87% are really in poverty level. The wealth of the nation is just in the few hands of the rich. And even mining. Tignan mo yung mining. If you go by helicopter, mo makita yan. Parang tansan. Kayong mga enterprising reporters sa media, alam ninyo yan. Nakita ninyo yan. Huwag na tayo magbulakan. Kaya, if you have something in mind about Gina Lopez, kindly rethink. And think, look at her passion. Maybe a little bit, hindi maano masyado, but, if, tignan mo yung mining talaga. The rice fields that are crushed by a landslide and the waters that are contaminated. Wala akong kanyang mining. Ang problema lang ay sabi ni ma'am, gusto niya na mine free. Paano yan ma'am? There's a law. If there is a law about mining, then mining is allowed. The problem is, nakita ko yung kalbo, and until now, malayo na yung binutas ninyo dyan because it's an open pit. At saka, pagka ganon, I have to support Lopez and I cannot help you. Let me just add that all you contribute to the country is about 70 billion in taxes. We can live without it. I would rather follow Gina na wag mo na lang minus the 70, maghanap buhay na lang tayo ng iba, get the 70 billion somewhere else, and preserve our environment. Wag na tayong magbulahan. Wag na tayong magbulahan. Kung ikaw wala ka sa mining tapos titignan mo, magmutang ina ka, utang ina ninyo, anong ginagawa ninyo? Ilang years na kayo dyan tapos wala pa ako nakitang green. So gusto ko after iniwan mo dito, lagyan mo ng kahoy ganyan ito. Just cannot say go to court, that's illegal. No. We are here. Me, I begin and end my term in the altar of public interest. mabuti ang magkaprangkahan tayo dito. Kasi malamig naman, so mangaway na lang tayo para uminit tayo. Let's get hot-headed. It will warm the gray matter between the ears. Well, anyway, I have taken much of your time, really. We have the same problem there. So many Filipinos, the Moro, they need a break. Give the break. Hindi talaga, pasi kami. Mag-alis kami. Anong klaseng you have to communicate to Malacanang? Get your, or to the Secretary of, tapos yung kontrapartido ayaw pambigyan na, it cannot happen in my, you have the 888. You just place there. This is OB Duterte has done something. So we can correct it. Name him. And name the amount na binigay. Now, if you, sabi ko, importante ito eh. And if you're listening to PTB4, do not ignore the channel kasi dito ko sabihin sa iyo na kung anong ni-report mo, corrected yun. So if you say that it's more than 15 days between directors to directors, that would be a violation of my order. Ang cabinet members, NEDA used to do it in 3 years. The earliest was 1 year. Dito sa cabinet ko, irrespective of what my defense, it's 30 days. It must be out in the 30 days, sa ledger doon. Itong directors, you must husband whatever application or paper or document sa opisina dumating mo. Husband it. Ikaw ang magtingin na it is done. You make the corresponding assignments. O table 1, I know your work, yan ka lang. I'll give you 1 week. Ito, maybe because we have 15 days to comply with what the people, that's mine. Gano ang gusto ng tao. Do it. Or else I'll fire you. Director, puro political appointees kayo. Let's say, tumahimik nga yung yawa. Galit rin ako sa inyo. Totoo lang. I have fired so many LFTRB or LTO, almost 93 yan sila. And many are going. I just let go of my aid for the last, since 1988. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, even the whiff, makaamoy lang ako. Di na kakailangan makatanggap. Kung ako wala eh, tapos kayo dyan. 3-4% naloko na. Sinabi ko, ilan ang promise ko? I will stop graft and corruption. My God, I'm doing it. I will control drugs at the expense of being crucified in the altar of what? Ginagawa ko talaga. Until the last pusher is out of the streets. Or until the last drug lord is killed. Hindi ako hinto. I will rot in prison. I might be there. Pero for the right accusations. Yung totoo lang ginawa ko. For those who were killed in obedience to my order, and I repeat, my order was really very simple. Go out and hunt for them. Arrest them if it's possible. But if in the process they violently resist, placing your life in jeopardy, in danger, kill him. Criminality. Yung mga kidnappers, mga dito. Lalo na yung mga dyan Banggang Pampanga, yung mga biyahera na hintuin ninyo. Walang checkpoint ngayon, ha? Walang haggard mag-standby dyan sa highway makaparking. You are there just for the shakedown. You're not there really to paghabulan. Ano ba makita ninyo mga sakyanan dyan? Do your work somewhere else. Go for the carnappers and kidnappers, itong mga brigands sa highways. Yan. Ayaw ko yung checkpoint. checkpoint ng ilang pera. Well, the military in sa bukid, if at all it's necessary, I leave it to the discretion of the commander. Because pag hindi kayo nag-intindihan dyan, ako ang makaharap mo. So I do not want a raucous with you. Walang avoid yung dapat yung city mayor's office sa akin on 3 days. Tapos yung permit para sa building, wala ng electrical, kasali na yan. Kasi pag electrical, idaan mo doon sa bombero, magpabili pa ng fire extinguisher na ang laman sabon. Kaya hugasan mo yung apoy, pwede man gano'n. It's being done. It used to be the VO. It used to be the FAD. But stop it. Tuwan ninyo yung kalulos-los doon sa Pilipinong kawawang taong maliit. Mag-iinit talaga ulo ko. Even the police, I told them. Maraming mga dyan. Bakit mo yung maliliit dyan? Parking, tag 2 piso, 5 pesos. Then, sus Maria. Pagka gano'n, pumunta ka na sa opisina ko, bigyan kita. Magpila kayo dyan, tapos talian ko yung, ihandcuff ko, tapon ko yung Pasig River. Sabi na si Duterte, magpatay mo yan. Ako magpatay? Bakit ako magpatay? Berdugo. Pulis dyan, hindi ako. Extrajudicial. Extra. Extra. Ito, sine, extra. I've never, taong nakaluhod, with outstretched arms, barilin mo. The rule is very simple for the peace officer. Only when your life is in danger. And sa enkwentro, mag-ubusan na kayo. But itong sabihin ko sa inyo, are you good for another 10 minutes? Ay, gusto kasi kayo ng chismis. Mas gusto ng media yung chismis kasi ma-exploit nila kung ano. Alam mo, ganito yan, Ihay. Bakit ka hindi magalit? Kasi ako abogado. Si Mayor abogado. Ang rule talaga sa taong nagkaroon ng kasalanan is he must be in complete control of his faculties. Because kung may insanity yan, the mayor who's a lawyer, and I would tell you now, and Panelo, who is an expert here, would say that if he is insane or out of his mind, he cannot be prosecuted. He cannot go to jail. Panahon ni Santiago was 3 million. Wag na yung akin. How much of them na tawag namin dyan sa Bisaya, yung kolokyal, may liki, may crack. Pag nagliki na kasi yan, constant use, long term, the chemical shabu shrinks the brain. Ang ginagano niyan, tubig sa baterya. Then it's mixed. It's a deadly. Kaya pag snort mo, yung fumes, so your brain gets smaller. Pag nagkasaruan na yan, 3 million, lagay mo na lang 800,000. Spread all out the country. So mayroon kang potential criminals that you cannot place in prison. Kasi pagdating sa korte, magsabi lang man ang yung mga abogado, we just said that, well, we can have a preliminary, can I call the forensic? The expert to tell him. Sabihin ko lang sa kanya, Miss Dr. What? What happens to a guy when he uses shabu? He has hallucinates. Blah, blah, blah. What happens if it's on a long-term use? eventually his brain will shrink. And the consequences would be he will become insane. And therefore, when he commits the crime of rape with homicide, killing, kapon saan ba? There was this rape, wala na, Alzheimer's ang, Dr. Alzheimer's. But there was a rape na Cagayan de Oro. Pinatay tapos nahuli. All drug addicts. Hindi lang, ano lang ito. Forgetful lang, hindi masyarap. Maraming. Nagpapakain ang mga mamang ninyo dito Baka wala bang hapunan dito ngayong gabi? So, is he on his right mind? No. Doctor, let me put it in a very simplest form. Is he capable of knowing what is right and what is wrong? Could there be malice in his brain right now? No, I would say not, because he has progressed into insanity. But who will answer for putang ina? Who will answer for this? Who will answer for this? Kami? Society? Government? Yung sa aking, I was able to breach the million mark. So it's 4 million. Tagdagan mo na ng 200, talagang liki na. Sinong managot nito ngayon? Permanently damaged. And what happens is there is a pagkaganon. Alam ninyo yan. It starts with a social dysfunction. Family becomes dysfunctional. Sige, nakaw dito, nakaw doon. Eventually, magsaksak. Akyat bahay lahat. Tapos pag mahuli, magwala doon, pati yung house owner patay. O kaya rapin yung lahat babae doon sa loob. Tapos itong mga kriminal na ito, when you hail them in court, sabihin mo, walang kasalanan to. Kayo sa gobyerno kasi wala kayong ginagawa. Kayo kasi natakot kayo sa human rights. Kasi takot kayong makulong. Dapat ang unang pinatay ninyo, yung gumagamit, yung gumagawa ng shabu. But you cannot stop this trafficking if there is no buying and selling. Kaya yung mga pulis, binibigyan ako. Lahat ng military, pagtanong ka dito, baski sino, pati pulis na dumaan sa siyudad ng Davao. Tinatawag ko yan in a conference and I give the money publicly. Yan si Bong, yung aide ko, magdala ng listahan. Gamit niya yung pulis, ganon. Tawag mo. Harap-harapan, may mga media, alam niya yan. Ay, ano si... May galing man na doon, lalaki. Ganon kami magbigay, si Bong. Oh. Sige, Bong. Kumuha ka doon sa Kahira. Yan, 50,000, depende sa ano, yung project mo. Sir, ganito. Sige. Kaya sabi nila, talagang binibigyan namin lahat military, pati pulis na dumaan sa Davao. Hindi lang sila sabihin na sila. Kasi ang pulis walang pera. Dalawa-dalawang ang asawa. Kaya ganon, baski pamasahe, wala. Gago. Pareho lang rin kayo sa mayor. Noon. Ganon yan eh. So, if there is no buy and no sell, there is no trafficking. And you can only hail them. Pagka yung mga bata, wala talaga yan. Takbo yung runner, o yan lang ang gamang, yan lang ang bilihin mo isa-isa. It's only for possession. And he goes right out to get money to bail himself out. Balik na naman siya. Kaya you cannot, si Duterte, yun na mga pare, putang inaw. Hindi mo mahinto yan. It's an apparatus. you have to do away with itong mga drug lords and drug manufacturing. Sa ayaw mo sa hindi, talagang sisirain mo ang... Because hindi mo maraming runner, meron talaga yung supply. Kaya, tanggalin mo lahat. At itong Shabu dealer, meron talagang armas yan. Tama yung mga pulis, lumalaban yan. Hindi man lahat. Pero yung lahat na namatay, akin yun. And I assume full legal responsibility. At pagka nagkulungan, wag yung military who's fighting drugs now in Mindanao. Doon, pag mag-raid sila ng Shabu Factory, ang kaharap nila, M60. I have lost more than 40 soldiers. I have lost 60 policemen along the way. Huwag ninyong ako sabihin na kayo lang ang umiiyak. Kami dito. Kita mo naman. So huwag sabihin ninyo, kayo lang ang may right magdemanda doon sa human rights. Well, how about my policemen and soldiers who died along the way in the wake of this drug menace? What about them? What happens now to their families? Sabihin ninyo na pagkaganong-ganong kayo ng patay dyan sa kanto. Eh, ang polis ko, pati mga military ko, paano yan? Sayang, pinapaaral pa natin. Eh, silang kriminal, walang pinag-aralan. Ito, gastos ng gobyerno to. 4 years yan, ang mga sundalo natin, pati polis. Mamatay lang dyan sa ano. Akala kasi ninyo, the problem is, the drug addict, o the drug pusher, or the drug lord, pagka nakalantad na dyan maraming tama, parang santo ang tingin ng mga putang ina. Tignan mo yan as a criminal, tapos isipin mo kung ano rin ang nangyari sa kabila. When you begin to make the body count of the criminals, because they are criminals, why? Because it's prohibited by law. Na naman sabi tayo si criminal unless he is poor, he does not become a criminal at all. Yan ang mahirap sa ating society. So I promised you, in between few promises, drugs, corruption, criminality, and what else? During the debate, I was one of the two, si Binay, who said that we will allow the burial of Marcos. So I allowed it. And the Filipino people elected me as president. What's the thing? Bakit ninyo ako ginawang presidente kung ayaw pala kayong sumunod sa akin? Sinabi ko sa inyo, ilibing ko yung tao, wala akong pakialam. The law says president and soldier. Was he a coward? That's not my problem. I don't investigate into his exploits. Was he a president? Of course. Yan ang... Kayo kasi magsalita, parang kayo lang ang marunong. Marami tayong bright dito. Sabihin pa ng Bisaya sa'yo, Brin! Goddamn Brin! Ayaw ko na. Tama na yun. Let's see what tomorrow should... pero hindi masyadong malamig sa umaga, no? Kasi magbarong ako, nag-jacket ako noon. I was getting a flak. Bakit daw ako barong... mahirap nito ang lamig. Hindi ko kaya. Hindi ko kaya talaga lamig. Cannot stand cold. Has to warm and she must be... Salamat po.
Maraming salamat po, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
At yan po ang talumpati ni Pangulong Duterte sa inaugurasyon ng PTV Cordillera Hub sa Baguio City. Kabilang po sa mga nabanggit ng Pangulo na lahat daw ng communications facility ng pamahalaan gaya ng PTV ay bibigyan ng kalayaan at maaring mag-operate kagaya ng isang pribadong sektor para mas maging independent sila. Hinikayat din niya ang mga tao na huwag nang mag-rally at imbes na gamitin nga ang PTV at para ma-air ang kanilang grievance kahit nga daw ang mga komunista gaya ng NPA ay maaring gamitin ng PTV para dito. Pinangako din ng Pangulo na hindi raw niya gagamitin ng PTV sa kanyang personal gain at gagamitin lamang daw niya ito kung sasagot siya at magbibigay ng mga pahayag sa iba't ibang mga issue. Nabanggit din ng Pangulo ang Bangsamoro Transition Draft na malapit na raw makumpleto at sinusuportahan din daw niya ang adhikain ni DNR Secretary Gina Lopez kung labis nang nakakasira sa kalikasan ang mga pagmimina at yung 70 billion daw na nalilikom na buwis sa pagmimina ay maaari naman daw makuha sa ibang mula sa ibang mga bagay. At patuloy na pinapaalala ng Pangulo, natutuparin pa rin niya ang kanyang pangako na lalabanan niya ang droga.